So I've been telling Liam for a while that when we get him a new motorcycle, it's going to have to be used this time. The fact we got the YZ85 brand new was kind of a fluke. We bought it in 2019, and previously, before 2018, a YZ85 didn't exist. There were none used. We got a great deal, so we got a new one. But I wanted to prep him that, you know, hey, that's not going to happen again. Now, ideally, we were hoping to get him a 2019 or newer used because they put in the new power valve system in that year. And so I've been looking around for a while, been checking the internet. One, there's hardly any around. And when you find the used ones, if they're newer, the cheapest I've seen is about $3,700. And even bikes that are over 15 years old are going for above $2,000. So when I contacted Montana Power Sports, and they told me they had a promo if you had a registered business for 10% off, which my wife runs an Etsy shop. So we qualified for 10% off a bike. They never charge anybody freight and setup. So we had the opportunity to go buy a brand new YZ85 for 10% off MSRP for $4,300 and change, and used bikes were going for $38,000 to $4,000. Well, all of a sudden out of nowhere, we were going for a road trip. So that's what we're here to do today. We're getting a brand new 2021 YZ85, totally unplanned, going into winter, can't really ride it, but I'm not letting this deal pass. So come join us. We're gonna go get the bike, enjoy a little road trip, and then we'll bring it home and see what we think and see if we bought a bike that's too big for my 9-year-old. I think some kid's excited to go get his YZ85. He was up past midnight. Come on, everybody likes to wake up with a camera in their face. All right, guys, we are on the road on our way to Montana. 3.5 hours ago. How you feeling? Good. All excited right now because we just started the trip. Wait till we're on hour 7 on our way home. Okay, so we're leaving Spokane right now on our way through Coeur d'Alene into Montana. Got a long drive ahead of us. Okay, so we just passed Coeur d'Alene, Idaho not too long ago. Right now we're in the 4th of July pass kind of recreation area. And so you can look around. We got a, you know, slow semis right here. You can see, you know, it's November. Winter is here, winter is coming. I don't know if the ski resorts are open yet though. But my kind of hope is here that the clouds go away, dry out the roads here a little bit. Took the day out from work on a Thursday because originally I was going to go on Saturday and it's supposed to be snowing 3 to 4 inches through the passes. And would we make it? Oh yeah, we'd probably be fine, but I didn't want to deal with it. So we have been going for almost an hour here. The kids are doing good. Are you sure?
Hour and 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, the boss in the bag says we've been going for an hour and 5 minutes, so we'll just trust him. And it's just gonna be a while, just gonna take our time and no hurry, and eventually we'll get there. It is pretty though. Quick break to stretch our legs. We're about an hour from the dealership. Looks like a little public park place. I think this is Clark Fort River. Tyler, I don't need you falling in the river. That's way too cold.
How cold's the river?
Too cold. Okay, guys. All right, let's go get back in the truck. There's ice in the parking lot, mister. Yep, that's what I was waiting for, Tyler. There it is. Montana Power Sports. Where do we park? I think we turn, oh, I could have parked right here. I'm gonna turn around and come back and park over there. Are you excited, Yamaha kid?
Oh, look at that. Daddy,
You just want to get wiggles out. You're just excited about that.
He's done.
That would be sweet.
Whoa.
Oh, nope, too big. Can't have it.
I want it.
What do you think? All right, Liam, I'll hold it. Let's see how you fit.
I don't. Oh, bro. Well, maybe another year or so. I think he would be good on this thing.
Well, we knew this was close.
He needs a year though.
What do you think?
I like it. No, it's tiny.
You have so many wiggles from being in the truck the whole time. Okay, Liam, what do you think?
I like it.
I'll be honest, that all blue looks really good. The dads out there can mock my tie down because this tonneau cover, I love it. It is in the way of the fender, so I have to space it out. I should have brought a wood block, completely forgot. But anyway, it's spaced out. She is locked in tight. And I've got a sandbag here against the tire, so that's gonna hold her wedged. It's not going nowhere.
I'm sitting on the edge of the truck.
Yep. So Tyler's completely ready for the 65. He can already start it. He's good to go. Liam,
Except for the clutch.
Liam, when you stood on this, you looked a little short. So we're gonna have to put you back on the 110 while Tyler rides the 65.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we got the bike all loaded up and done. Feels pretty good, Liam. They had 2 in there. We picked this one up, and then as we're leaving, a family walked in and they are looking at the last YZ85 for their son. And these are 2021s. It's crazy already. COVID is definitely still affecting production. So the fact that in a year with limited production, that we were able to pick up a 2021 in November of 2020 for 10% off plus no freight and setup, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, that's why we're here after driving 400 miles round trip. Okay, so if you guys need anything, definitely look up Montana Power Products. If they have what you need, they're worth reaching out to and seeing what they can do for you. So, okay, so now we have to get on the road and head home. This little gap right here where we have internet reception, and we're trying 2 phones to get a PlayStation 5. Now, are we gonna get one? No, probably not, but we're trying. So what are you doing back there, Tyler? What are you doing?
Video game, like a parkour one.
Liam, what are you doing back there?
Looking out the window.
Yeah, Liam's mind is so preoccupied with all he wants to do is look at his bike. He can't bring himself to do anything. He just sitting there chilling out.
That's what I did on the way here.
Yep. But if all you're gonna do is sit and chill and look out the window, I think this is a hell of a place to do that. Liam's shivering. He's gonna drop the bike because he's shivering.
Oh no. Wait, hold on. Huh.
It's only 20 cc's more. Come on, tough guy.
No, it's kicking back.
I want to get a picture of him.
Oops, I
It's
accidentally
okay.
screwed up on that.
Oh, that's a beautiful bike.
It's a bigger motor. Your leg swings, sir. You're shivering. Are you gonna go, bro? We've got the bike in here on my stand, which is a little big, but that's okay. Actually, a kid's stand might be too small. We'll have to see. So we've got the 85 here with Liam, and then Jack's, you guys haven't really seen much before. He's 4.5. So we've got the 50 sitting here at home waiting for him, which he can just now touch on that. So maybe next spring. So yeah, normally you guys see us out of my dad's shop, which is where we leave all the bikes because he's got the property the kids can ride on and stuff. But he's only got so much room. But yeah, this is our home base. I took we started it up. I mean, it's definitely cold-blooded right now. It starts like a champ, but it is cold-blooded. I think we're like 30 degrees outside right now. We're under winter storm watch for snow to come through. But I took it on the street after letting it idle for a while, and definitely more torquey in the 65 as you'd expect. I mean, it's a third bigger motor. So one of the cool things of the 65 and 85 platform is like your foot pegs are the same. I believe the gear shifter's the same. We'll get Liam different hand levers on here. Probably the Pro Tapers again, because those allow the kids to adjust them closer for their hands. I'm gonna see if the Scott's grips, they make a set of clamp-ons, because I love those for my bike. But anyway, a lot of the parts on this bike actually carry over from the 65. In fact, the clutch in the 65 is the same as the 85, just with a couple less plates in it. And I think softer springs. So I mean, well, it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. I think the same clutch basket, which makes me almost contemplate is it kind of almost the same bottom end, maybe just a bigger piston? I'm not sure. You're fidgety. So these are the Geomax MX3S tires. The 65 came with Maxxis, and Liam was washing out the front, so I put the Dunlop MX33, which I think is the replacement for this tire, but we left his Maxxis in the rear. So I'm thinking, even though these don't last as long as MX33 from my understanding, these tires should feel pretty good for him. So I'm thinking I get to just use these tires and not have to fork out any money to change them. For the test reviews I read, the forks are a little stiff. Part of just some of the geometry and suspension changes. They said the forks were a little stiff, so you could loosen those. Don't be afraid to. The swing arm was made loose, or they made the swing arm stiffer on this generation. Oh, and that's another difference between the 65 and 85 is the 85 is a full linkage, where the 65 connects right to the swing arm, kind of like how KTM did for years, which for ground clearance issues is actually a better setup, because now your linkage is sticking out underneath if you were, you know, doing any type of riding where you were going to risk hitting something. He's not going to do that. I'm not worried about it. So tell me when you're comfortable and we'll check you out.
I'm pretty comfortable.
I want to see your foot. Okay, which one? You're swapping back and forth. Pick a foot.
This one.
Okay, so right now, he tiptoed. So if he was trying to ride it right now, his boots will give him, what, 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Liam's definitely on the lighter side, so I think by the time I set his sag, the spring's actually going to be a little softer. Now the other thing we could do too is we could shave the seat foam down some for him, which would drop him down, but I don't want to do that because Tyler tried sitting on Liam's 65, was it May or June? And you were wobbly, if not worse, than Liam is right now. And last night you pulled the 65 out, sat on it, started it like it was no big deal, like you've been doing it all summer. So in 6 months, just that quickly, the kids grow so much. I think he's gonna be okay. I think what's gonna hurt Liam a little bit is when we go to the off-road park, and like if you go stop and there's a divot by your foot, or you lose it on the hill, you're gonna be dumping it. Yeah, but this is me being a little cheap. I just wasn't willing to own 2 65s. And what's crazy is I'll have to look. I think the 85 and 65 actually MSRP for the same price. I think they sell for the same retail price. So it's amazing that you can get these bikes for what they are for the same price on here. And then once you go into the 125s, you're in the full frames, the cost goes up exponentially from there. I want to say you jump from a 4,700 MSRP into probably $62.99, probably almost $2,000. Which is 50%. Oh, it's almost a 50% MSRP increase. We've been in the truck all day. Tyler gets wiggly. Like he can't hold still. Like it's just killing him to hold still.
I like standing up on it.
Liam will stay here all night. He's probably gonna sleep in the garage even though it's 30 out here.
I'd rather sleep in. If it was warm and no spiders, I would sleep.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Are you serious? Okay, so I was hoping to end the video honestly with some riding, maybe some riding this weekend. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We're under winter storm watch for tomorrow, and even though Saturday's supposed to be good weather, I don't think the roads at my dad's place are gonna clear. I think they're gonna be covered in snow and mud. So it's probably gonna be a while, unfortunately, before we do the break-in cycle and get this bike going. So we gotta kinda end it here. So If you watch the whole video through, thank you so much for, you know, kind of essentially coming and getting the bike with us. Kind of sucks that we are right at the start of winter and he has a brand new toy. When I got my 450L last year at the end of September, even though it was snowing that day, I got to put on like 150 miles for it before we had to park it for the winter, where this is literally like parked. Tyler's frustrated because he wanted to go out tonight and try learning how to do the clutch on the 65. So the kids are happy, they're excited. They got the bikes they wanted. We're moving forward. And so if you'd been in the truck with us the whole time for almost 8 hours, what would you have been doing today?
Sleeping?
Sleeping? No, you would have probably been nagging us. Are we there?
Yeah.
You would have wanted stuff.
And bubblegum too.
Bubblegum. So we left you with Grandma. I love you. 430 plus miles.
No, Nanny was a 4-year-old.
Yeah, you were with Nanny.
Was a 4-year-old.
Yeah, because I mean, look what it did to you. That long in the truck just destroyed your evening. You can't quit moving. Thanks for watching the video. Obviously, it may be a few months, but as we move into next year, we're going to get to see a lot about this bike. And as we get to learn it more, and he gets to be on the 65, we're really going to get to learn the difference between the 65 and the 85 and kind of rate those as a progression bike for kids. More so on the recreation side. Again, if you follow the channel, we're not a racing family, so we won't be able to give you that type of progression. But for kind of mixed use riding, amateur track, off-road park, we're gonna get to tell you guys what we think about these bikes over time. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.